Well, good day, everybody. It's Bug Eater 64, and welcome to British Columbia, Canada, and the Hope Regional uh, Airfield, which is just a green, grassy runway. And we're going to be doing a little flight here uh, from this airport into Vancouver International, about 63 miles. The route I'm going to take is going to be about 71 miles because I'm kind of follow the river and so on. But the reason I'm doing this flight is that I had a request from one of my subscribers, Mr. Billy J, to do a startup on this aircraft from cold and dark and kind of show what I was doing. So that's what we're going to do, and with that, we will get started and be on our way very shortly. So let's get to it. Okay, so here we are inside the helicopter, and the very first thing I'm going to do is I want to look at my controls, and my throttle is working. Collective is working. Cyclic, okay. And rudder pedals. And get rid of that. Alright. Fuel, everything. Alright. Now, with this being the Nimbus HUEY UH-1, it's actually a very easy aircraft to start up because, as I'll show you here, the overhead panel, some of these switches are already in their startup position, which is one, of course, the starter generator, the AC phase, that's where it belongs, and whoops, I've almost made it up. And we get to ESS bus. Okay. So, and we'll take a look here. Main generator. It's already set. So, at this point, all we have to do is click on the battery. And if I right click my mouse here, that gets rid of the master caution. Now, this being kind of just an intro type video, I'm not using track IR or VR. So, and I'll go ahead and put our control indicator there. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on fuel, turn on force trim, turn on our hydraulic systems, and with that, see, throttle is just lightly cracked, and to start, switch is behind the collective here. Now, in my aircraft, in my X-Plane sim, it has never worked, but I have slaved a switch on my Thrustmaster Warthog HOTAS, and I can start the engine that way, which is actually easier for me. So let's go ahead and start the engine. You'll see the lights dim on the panel, and then you'll see the turbine start to spin up. And I found doing it this way that once I get 40 to 45 on the gauge, it's working pretty good. So let's go ahead and put that anti-collision lights on. Put this lights to flash. Generator down to normal operations. And we want to put the inverter on main on. So that all looks good. Alright, with that, we don't see any warning lights. Everything's looking good. Go ahead and slowly start to raise the RPM. And we look here and you see it's just, watch it here and it should settle. We want to try to keep it in the green here. So the way to do that, because for some reason it doesn't always come up there without a little assistance. So what we do is we go back to our collective, and this switch here is our incremental RPM increase decrease. So and if we go too far, there would be a warning light that'll come on. I'll show you that here. See, it came on. And we'll get that turned off. Alright, so we are looking good. RPMs are up. Aircraft is looking okay. So, what we're going to do here is get our flight controls set up, and this is where life always gets very interesting in this helo, is my takeoff trim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that just a little bit. Let's see if that helps. And let's go ahead and slowly give it collective. Now I did work on curves for both my collective. Whoops, overdid it. Okay, I think we've got it under control now. So let's follow the river. We'll gain a little speed here. And let's go to Vancouver. And that's pretty much all there is in starting up this particular aircraft.
FSE flight not started.
just going to head pretty much straight down the avenue here and see what we can see. If I remember correctly, the airport sits about 14 feet above sea level, so if there's ever a real high tide, somebody could get their feet wet. And we can see the airport. And that's where I'm going to go try and land right there. So I have the helicopter. Let's start losing some altitude here. So sensitive. Ooh, don't lag on me now. Yeah, this was a hangar and parking area that I put in some time back. And I wanted to see how had held up after the latest update. Looks like it held up okay. Okay, and we are down. Alright, and since we are down, we can go ahead and lower our RPMs. And one of the issues with this is that, like right now, I can't turn off the switches. So that's a bug in the helicopter. Nothing we can do about that. And there's a couple things I can do. We'll let this thing run idle just for a little bit, and then we'll come back to it. But until then, let's check out the landing. Alrighty then. Now, let's go ahead and shut her down, which I was able to do right here, even with all the switch problems. And then there is another switch that is called an SASL, and you can go into your plugins command or into your and I'll actually show it here. Let's go up here to our ID and see the SASL module Nimbus UH-1, and what that'll do is, once you've, like I've got mine set up with this button number 9, it resets everything. It turns off the buttons, all except this, but the battery's turned off. I believe the lights were turned off. Let's see, nope, anti-collision still on, okay. But the, yeah, the lights were turned off there. So it turns off a lot of the switches. Turns off the fuel. Except it didn't this time, let's see. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Now it turned off the fuel. So, here we are at Vancouver International on the far side of the airport, away from all the big jets, at Air America Due-West hangar. And I certainly hope that this video was helpful to Billy J and anybody else that was interested in how to start up and get the Nimbus UH-1 HUEY running and operational. So, with that, until next time, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful to you. Let me know if there's anything you'd like further in the comments section below. Let me know what you thought. If you liked it, click the like button. If you didn't like it, click the don't like button. Let me know what's going on, how to make things better for you and more entertaining. So, until next time, this is Bug Eater 64, and as always, safe flying.